Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here to plan for December 22nd through the 28th. This is in my B&R Papercraft Plan B planner. This is going to be the last week in this particular planner before I hop into the new one for the new year. But for this week, I am using leftovers rather than any particular kit. So I have a whole bunch of stuff. I have this sampler from Sticker Guru. I have this sampler from Birds Fly Studios. I pulled out some buffalo plaid headers with gold foiling from Sadie Stickers. Not sure I'm going to use those, but I have them. Sampler from Sticker Geek Designs, sampler from OK Plans, sampler from Britannia Nicole, samplers, a bunch of them from Simply Gilded. This sampler from Sadie Stickers. Leftover kit pieces from Chasing Chelsea. This is the Santa Baby kit. So a bunch of leftovers here for sure. And then bits and pieces from Lovely Planner Blog and from Vintage Glam Studio here. So that's a lot of things. To get the setup started, my plan is to use these headers, and I am going to use the full box checklist. Not sure what I'm going to end up filling in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I'll actually skip these because I don't know if I'm going to be busy enough for the 7 items every day. All right, so maybe I'm going to skip them. I do have the right date dots up here. I did not pull any date covers. I didn't really have ones that made sense, I don't think, to go with this. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think I have any sitting over here as well. Okay. So my plan, we're going to see how this goes. I am going to fill in the days of the week with this green zebra click art pen. I'm going to fill in the dates with these dates that are right here. And I'm going to fill in with some headers. My plan, I think, is to use these guys up here at the top. And then I'm going to use 2 sets of glitter headers. I'm thinking maybe I will use the pink and the green. I think that'll work out okay. So I'm going to use 2 sets of glitter headers in the middle and the bottom. And then I pulled 2 Simply Gilded washies. These are in red and green with gold foiling. I'm going to put these on the bottom. I know red doesn't make sense yet, but we're going to get there. Ooh, actually, I also have these headers. So maybe I'm going to use these as well. And then just 1 set of glitter headers. That could be kind of fun, just to mix things up a little bit. All right, I'm going to make that work out, I think. So yeah, I'm going to set this other stuff to the side, and then I will be right back so that we can talk through the rest of the details. Okay, here's where we're at. After I started, I realized that the dates, I don't actually have the stickers for the right dates, so I just filled them in with the pen, and I think that worked out. I did kind of like rotating colors here, and then I did the green glitter and then the scallops down here on the bottom. Since I decided to not put full box checklists in, that should turn out cute still. So that leaves me 1 green header and 1 scallop here, and then a couple of these pattern headers here for me to try to sort out how I'm going to use that stuff. We now move into sorting out full boxes. So full box wise, I have 3 here, 4, 5. That's not a full box, but it's kind of a full box. 6. And then I have 2 here, and then I have a cover as well. Okay, so I think this gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that one would be like this half one. I kind of want to use that over using this one because this feels very January. So I kind of want to leave this one to the side. So I think I'm going to make it work with this that's not full box height. It's like a little over a half box. I wonder, I think I could probably make it work with some of these like other pieces. Maybe I'll stick some of these under. Okay, we're gonna make it work. So if I put that on one side, I feel like Monday makes sense for that one. Then I think I put this one to go on the opposite end of it because I feel like they have similar vibes. So I'm just gonna do that right now. I can feel how old these stickers are. So I'm glad that I'm finally using them up because they start to get that like kind of solid feel, if anyone is familiar. So let me see. I think I'm gonna try to stick in both of these strips, I think. A bottom washi. If I can get them kind of like lined up. And then stick this right on top. Okay, that actually looks pretty cute. I like that actually. So there's that done. I feel like I should put the two Simply Gilded together and I should put these two together because they, again, have very similar vibes. So I think I'm going to do these two next. And I'm going to put this one on Tuesday. And then I'm going to stick this one on Saturday. I have a bunch of these Simply Gilded samplers because I got a grab box at one point. So I'm going to stick those to the side now, see if I end up using any of the icons. And then I think I want to put these two in next. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So that puts this one right here. It does give me matching with the header, but it doesn't, I don't think it's going to be a problem. By the time everything is all mixed together, I think it's going to go totally fine. All right. And then, I think I'm going to put the Merry Christmas in the middle because Thursday is Christmas. So that feels like that makes the most sense. There we go. And then that leaves me this little hot cocoa to be my quote box, which seems really cute. Let me see if I can get it on straight. That would be delightful. All right, there we go. And then I kind of want to just use some of this deco on a couple of these boxes. Let's see how that goes. So if I lay this down on this box, it a little bit covers the Merry Christmas, but I think that looks pretty cute. And then I think I'm going to do this one that says hot chocolate on it. I'm going to off center it so that it goes like over the actual hot chocolate. There we go. And then maybe I'll stick like the little snowflakes up here to go with it. All right, that looks pretty cute. I don't think these will actually fit with any of the remaining boxes, so I'm just gonna hold on to them for now and we'll see if we can fit them kind of down the side or something like that. Or I will save them for a different Christmas or something. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Now we get into the planning bit. So to start out with, I want to find whichever sheet has my headers, and I'm going to use the glitter header up here. All right. And then do I have a habit tracker in all of this stuff? Yes, it's going to also be green. All right, well, that's a lot of green right next to each other, but let's see. What if, I think we could just throw in like another divider, like, hey, here's this fun thing in here. There we go. And then I'm gonna stick this in like so. It looks like it's slightly crooked, but hopefully it's gonna resolve itself as we keep going. All right, and then I think I'm gonna put in the scallop next, and this will also let me kind of fix the crookedness a little bit, I think. There we go. And then usually I throw in a weekly box for meals, not strictly necessary this week, but I have it, so I'm going to include it. Somehow this is getting more crooked. How is that even possible? All right, that looks a little bit better. There we go. And then I need to fill in the rest of this space. So first off, I have this little half box here from Sticker Guru. So I can fill that in. There we go. I also have a habit tracker here that I haven't used, but that's fine. And then what other deco-y pieces do I have? I potentially have this little strip here, so I'm going to set that to the side. I have these deco-y pieces. This is one that I'm not using, but just going to throw it back on the stack. I have these that could potentially help. None of those really work. Okay. So I think we're going to fill in the rest with some of these. So if I put one of these vertically like so, that fills in the space pretty well. And let me see, what one do I want to go with it? Maybe this one that has hot cocoa. There we go. That looks pretty cute. Excuse me. So we're gonna call that good. So moving on to the weekday plans. Monday is a work day. So that's super fun. I'm gonna use, do I want to bring in a little more purple? I could do that and just put a work header. Sure, let's go with that. Throw that in like so. Next up, I think I'm gonna use, are one of these a good size? Let's try this. I have a video going up. I want to use one of these fatter ones. Maybe we'll try this one. This is going to be my plan with me since it's a Monday. This plan with me is actually going up because it's just going to be a pre-plan. This is actually going up before this plan with me, but you will see the plan with me, I promise. So there is that. And then I'm going to have a day off technically. But it's really just like a prep day. So I'm going to fill that in with this guy because I'm going to have to do some like cleaning, things like that. That's going to be some of the more time consuming components of my day. And then let's see, none of these icons really make sense. What if I use this one? I think I'm going to put it down here. Actually, I'm going to put it down all the way down here. Okay, so this is going to be for traveling to visit my family. And then up here, I need to put in a video. I'm going to have a sticker flip through. It's going to be the 4th quarter of this planner that's going to be going up. So I think maybe I'll use one of these. That could be kind of cute. Maybe we'll do like this. And then I'm going to do a little camera guy like so. So that's going to be for my sticker flip going on to that day. And then I'm going to put in a don't forget for my work here on Wednesday. I don't want to forget that I have to do it. It is a thing. So that's going to go in there. And I think maybe I'll use this guy. Like so. And I'm going to use another one of these. This one's going to be this book one. This is going to be for my last video of 2025. And that is my book Bujo flip through, or my reading journal flip through, quarter 4. I'm not sure what I'm doing the rest of the day. Moving on to the second half of the week. I suspect this is going to be family Christmas, but I'm not totally certain at this point what we have planned. But I think I'm going to put in one of these guys for whatever we end up getting planned. The 26th and the 27th are super up in the air. Hopefully I can catch up with some friends. Not sure what else we're going to end up doing, to be honest. It's just going to be a pretty busy day, I think. Or a couple of pretty busy days. Oh, I just realized I had some like little work flags. Oh well, that's fine. I will save those for another time. And then, do I have another half box somewhere? I think we'll use this one. Here on Sunday is going to be another travel day. So I want to fill that in. I'm going to put that in like so. I'm not sure what else is happening. We're just going to kind of see how it goes. So this is where we are at with the pre-planning. I'm actually just going to leave the video here and not have a finished spread. I will try to show it eventually on Instagram and Blue Sky if I remember, but this is kind of what the pre-planning looks like. I hope you enjoyed watching me puzzle through how to make all of these leftovers work. Obviously, I still have like a ton of pieces sitting next to me here in this super messy stack. So I will be pulling these in as appropriate to actually fill in the week at some point. But we're just going to leave it here, I think. And I think it's looking pretty cute. And so, as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week is looking or what you have planned for the week, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me a Christmas tree emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You'll see in progress and finished spreads, as well as bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.